Hey guys, today we're going to take a look at the Chisel machining stock. So normally I do a 30-second breakdown where I give you all my thoughts within the first 30 seconds before getting into the full review. But with this, there really isn't a whole lot to talk about. So if I did the 30-second breakdown, I'd basically go over everything and there'd be no point with a review. So we're just going to dive right into this. Very first thing you're going to notice is this just looks really, really cool. It really completes this entire build with that modern look you're going for. If you're trying to build something a little more old school, if you have like a Golden Boy or lever action, that old school, you're not going to probably want something like this. But when you're looking for more of this modern, updated, some would say tactical look, this stock really completes that look opposed to the old plastic one. So this one is machined, it's got that skeletonized look to it. A couple really nice features with this is you have a QD point here and you also have your traditional sling. Most of you are probably just gonna rock the traditional because it's already there and that's what you're used to, but it is cool that it gives you the option to be able to run a QD sling for those of you that like a very specific sling that only runs off QD. You can put your QD mount onto your handguard because you have all this access with M-LOK, and then you can run that sling that you like, but you do have the option for both. You can also add this Hoptic round carrier, which I think looks so cool on this because it still has that old school look where you're used to seeing that leather wrap around the stock and they have the rounds put into it. So this is just a much more modern look and it's very easy to actually mount. Chisel machining and Hoptic worked well together with this design because you can mount this directly to the stock without having to do anything. You just take the screws that are actually provided and screw it right on. These are very easy to install along with the stock itself. All you do is remove this screw, you take the stock off, put the new one on, and then put the screw back. Very easy install. It will take you 10 minutes max, and you'll have this whole setup right where you want it. Here in a second, I will show you a full video of me actually installing it for those of you that like to actually see it done. I'm a visual learner as well, so it helps to actually see it done. It's just much easier to do it that way. So here in a second, I'll show you guys that video so you can watch it being put on and taken off. But you also have an adjustable cheek well, which is really cool because this style gun, you don't know what kind of optic you're going to run depending who you are, what you're using it for. If you're hunting, you might do a scope or you might have a riser depending on the red dot or holographic you choose. So it's cool because you can really adjust this to what you want. Because that is something I noticed with the old plastic stock is depending what the optic you had on here, you had to almost just lift your head off and not have a good cheek well. With this, you can adjust it so you have that cheek well and are still able to use whatever optics you want. So very cool setup, looks fantastic. Like I said, completes this build very nicely. This is going to be a hunting rifle for me, so eventually I will be adding a scope or an optic. Haven't decided which one yet, but I'm really happy with this setup so far. So here's that video showing you guys how to install it, throw it on, throw it off. Super easy for those of you that are visual learners, and we'll go from there. I just got in this Chisel machining stock for the lever action. As you can tell, this is a gorgeous looking stock. It's gonna look really cool in this build. It's got that machine skeletonized look to it. So we're gonna throw this on here on the lever action. This is the modern lever action that I've been working on. And as you can tell, it has the Midwest Industries handguard. That gives me a lot more ability to add more accessories on this gun. I'm also gonna be using this for hunting, but I think adding this stock is going to look really cool. Also got this from Hoptic USA. This is a round, let's see, what's it actually called? The carrier, spare round carrier. It's a longbow. You can put that here on this right here, and then you're able to keep extra rounds on your stock. So it has a cool look to it as well to add to the entire look of the gun. So we're gonna throw that on real quick and see how to do it. From what I understand, it is fairly easy. All you need is a flathead screwdriver. There's a bolt right here. We'll go ahead and remove that. And then you're just going to pull and that will slide right off. So really easy to take this off. Put that one off to the side, take your new one, slide it on there, take your bolt, put that back down there, and there we go. Just like that, that is installed. Looks very nice on there, adds a really good look to it, especially with that handguard, kind of completes the look of this gun. So install, very simple. Now we're gonna go ahead and install this little guy so we can put the rounds in there. So for this, you have tension adjustment here on the back, as you can see here, so you can actually adjust it to the cartridge that you're gonna use. I'm going to put it to my 357 because that is my hunting caliber. I plink with 38 Special, but I'm actually gonna hunt with 357. So I'll adjust it to that and see where we're at. I think that's good. So you're going to want to adjust each of these before you install it so you can have it exactly where you want it. So now that those are in, just enough to where if I push them, I can get them out, but they aren't loose enough to where they can actually just fall out or rattle around in there. So I got everything right where I want it. And then it actually comes with these little things for the back for M-lock, so you can put it on your rail if you want to, but we're just going to install it directly to this here. So do that or wherever you want it, which I want it right there. And then you take your screws that come with it, and that screws directly to the stock, which is cool. So you don't have to mess with the actual M-lock mounts and making sure it locks into place. So tighten these. And there you go. You have your extra rounds for when you're hunting or wherever you're doing. If you're out and need some extra rounds, you have everything right there. It's out of the way on this side, so make sure your cheek well is on the right spot. But that looks super sharp on this gun. So I hope this video was helpful for you in being able to make a better decision if this is something that you would like to get for yourself and add to your gun, or if it's something maybe you want to pass and try something different. Like I said, install is wildly easy, so don't be scared of the install if that's something maybe you're worried about. It is not a difficult thing. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching the videos. I appreciate you guys being here. If you want to help out the channel and the things I do here, there's a couple ways to do that down in the description using my link to my website along with the discount codes to help save you some money. There's a couple companies that support me. Howitzer and Brownells. Howitzer is a fantastic clothing company that donates 5% of proceeds to charity, along with just being a really good clothing brand. Love them, and I love their clothes. Wear them all the time. Actually just ordered a bunch of new shirts that I'm going to be wearing because I feel like I wear a lot of the same. I really like the red shirts. So I've been wearing a lot of those. So I tried a gray, I tried a blue, I got an orange one. So I got some different colors. So you guys will be seeing me wear those here in different reviews. Also Brownells, a great company, and they've been supporting me, and I appreciate them for that. So definitely check them out. Other than that, guys, thank you so much. Stay tuned for a lot more on this gun because there will be more coming. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all.